Hi everyone. I had a video and I could not understand why it wasn't playing, and I finally found out that it was because it was too long and YouTube rejected it. Um, so here I am doing another video. But that's okay. Anyways, now you all get to see my new haircut, which I'm very proud of. I love it. I got it done on Thanksgiving. It's beautiful. And let me tell you, so much lighter than my long hair. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of having it up all the time. Um, I really wish that I could take some of my clips from my last post just because I really enjoyed what I said, and I probably won't get it exactly right again. But I have recently, as of this morning, almost lost 70 pounds, which I am ecstatic about. Um, It's been a little over 2 months, and I have my 3 month, or I guess my 2 month appointment with my surgeon. He comes to Kauai on Friday, which is in 2 days, and I'm a little nervous about it because he wants me to have lost 100 pounds by the end of next month, day before Christmas, actually. So, a little nervous about it, but you know what, I'm doing the best I can, and if he yells at me, that's too bad. Basically, my last video that it didn't play was a rant about food, and the reason I was thinking about that was because of my appointment coming up with my surgeon. Um, that especially, I don't celebrate the holidays, but I know that a lot of you do, if not all of you. So, with holiday food and holiday cooking, and especially with the vertical sleeve, it's really easy to cheat. I mean, I've found foods that I shouldn't have found, but I found foods that, they go down real smooth when they should, when I shouldn't be eating them at all. Um, but my rant about food was basically, how badly do you really need it? And that'll probably be the title of this video, is food, how badly do you need it? There's so many things with this surgery that I don't eat anymore. I mean, I used to eat at McDonald's at least 3 times a week. Working, grabbing something quick, whatever. I ate fast food at least 3 times a week. You can eat fast food with this surgery. You can. You probably won't feel great after it, but you can. And it has a lot of calories and it won't help you lose weight. The fact is, though, do you really want it? My surgeon said something amazing. I mean, my mom wrote it down and I kept it in my head, and I remember him saying it. It was a week after my surgery, and he had come to Kauai, and I remember him talking up at the seminar. I remember listening, and it was just, he was right. He said, how, food, let me see if I can get this exactly right. Food doesn't taste as good as thin feels. That's what it was. Food doesn't taste as good as thin feels. And that's true. That's really true. Nothing makes me feel better than looking in that mirror, or putting on that new pair of jeans, or putting on that new t-shirt, or putting on an old t-shirt or an old pair of jeans, and seeing how loose they are and how small they are and how extremely ecstatic I am for the fact that they fit. There's no food out there that compares with how good that feels. None. And recently I was at an event where I saw a lot of my friends that I haven't seen since I had this surgery, and every one of them came up and told me how amazing I look. To me, I don't look like to me, I don't feel like, I don't see a huge difference yet. Everybody tells me, there's a huge difference, Mallory. There's a huge difference. And I don't know. I guess that's good, and that's bad. I guess I never really, my self-confidence isn't all that high, I guess. Not yet. It's taking time to get used to it. But yeah, back to my rant about food. How badly do you need it? The the fact is that you don't need it. And my mom and I started this program. It really does help having her have a surgery too. She had the gastric bypass. It really does help having her having had the surgery too, because it's just another confidant that knows what we're going through. Um, that we're going to stop each other when we say we want something that's bad, or we tend to look at something that may be higher in calorie compared to something else. Because the fact is, if you really think about it, for more than 30 seconds of what your body's asking you for, or what, not really what your body's asking you for, but what your mind is asking you for. If your mind says, man, I really want that macaroni and cheese, it won't be that bad. I'm allowed this many carbs, and I'm only going to have a couple of bites. It's really not going to hurt. Do you really need it? Do you really want it that bad that you have to have only a couple bites to make you satisfied? Or are you going to be just as satisfied if you went over and had a salad with vinaigrette dressing? Or if you went and, had a piece of boneless, skinless chicken breast? I mean, are you really going to be that much more satisfied? Are you gonna die because you can't have it? I've had some pasta and I've had some carbs, stuff like that, small amounts of it when I've went out with friends or something like that, and I didn't want to be different, but I only eat a small amount. I get really, really full fast, and then I find myself hungry later, and I have to stop myself from eating again. And that's, I think, another good reason why they don't want you having carbs, or not that many carbs. Food was such a huge part of my life. A couple Mondays ago, from my first video when I was trying to get it on, something, bad happened. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't life-threatening or anything, but I mean, enough to get me upset. And I remember driving down thinking, you know what? I really want to go to Burger King right now and get something. And I had to sit there for a minute. I actually pulled into the parking lot and I sat there for a minute and went, why do I really want this? Why is it really that important? And it's not that it was important, it was the fact that that was what I would have done before the surgery. And I would have hated myself afterwards if I had actually gone through with what I wanted to do. But I didn't. I sat there and I rationalized it, and I went home and, had a piece of chicken, and I was just as satisfied. And I was glad that I did it. I felt so much better doing it. I'm watching my time on my video, make sure I don't go over the limit again. But that's pretty much my rant. I mean, how badly do you need that food? How badly do you want it? As time goes on, I see that being an even bigger struggle for a lot of us that have the vertical sleeve, because yes, you have it in your mind that you went through all of this. My cell phone just went off. You had it in your mind when you did this surgery that you weren't going to go back to your old ways. But once you see how easy it is and how easy, junk food goes down compared to the good stuff sometimes, are you really going to make that step? Are you really going to stop and think? Because that's what you need to do. You need to stop and think. And it really is changing your entire mind over to do good again. And that's what I'm in the process of doing. Changing my life over to focusing on doing good and wanting to eat good and stay thin and stay healthy. And that's what I'm trying to do. I better end this video because I don't want to overdo it again, but that's my rant, and I'll update again after I see my doctor and give you the news update. But almost 70 pounds, so woo!